The first 2 weeks of the NBA season may be canceled, but Valley View's Justine Burrows reports how Los Angeles fans are still seeing their favorite players on court.
With no training camps or preseason, the NBA lockout has forced many players to find other ways to log some basketball time. Participating in the Drew League is one way players are staying on the court. Cal State Long Beach hosted the rematch between the Drew League and the Goodman League. The Drew League wanted payback for the 1-point loss they suffered in Washington, D.C. earlier this year against the Goodman League. Basketball never stops for NBA players like Rudy Gay, Kevin Durant, and Matt Barnes.
When we do stuff like this to just really get back to the fans and let them know that we do love basketball and this is what we want to do.
Fans cheered on their favorite players as they played in the rematch game between the Drew League and the Goodman League. Even actor Quentin Aaron from The Blind Side and WNBA's Tina Thompson were there to see the game.
I expect it to be very exciting. A lot of energy. The game up in Baltimore was like, I wasn't there, but heard I had a lot of energy and it was really competitive, so I expect the same from this game.
Back-to-back whistleblowing brought the game to a slow start, leaving some players frustrated.
I mean, refs always make you frustrated, but you got to deal with it, keep playing.
The players kept playing their defense, leading to highlight moments like this 360 spin to close out the first half with the Drew League up by 8. And at halftime, fans as well as players were able to cat daddy with the reject. However, back on the court, plays like Kevin Durant's layup and John Wall's dunk try to keep the Goodman League alive. But the Drew League highest scorer, James Harden and Matt Barnes, made plays that gave the Drew League a 7-point victory. For fans, this may have only been a summer league game, but players saw it as payback.
It's East versus West, so we always got to hold it down for our state.
They want to come back and win because they said we won in D.C., so everybody took it serious. At times it looked like fun because you've seen a couple of highlights, but it was serious basketball.
Also, players used this game to stay in shape.
My first time playing in like 3 or 4 months. I felt good. My lateral speed is not all the way there, but it's coming. I'm a good 90%.
While others realized they needed to play to get in game shape.
I got tired out there, going back and forth. I ain't got tired like that in a while. So, and it was just all fun, all love, going out there, playing competitive, going against teammates and people you play against, in the NBA.
John Wall scored 55 points and Kevin Durant put down 50, but the Goodman League fell to the Drew League 151 to 144. Fans will have to rely on these games to see basketball because the players and the NBA owners still have not made a deal. Back to you.
Now Sarah Pila with sports news and a soccer team that may be kicking the ball all the way to the postseason.
The CSUN women's soccer team is 3 points closer to the league playoffs after beating Cal State Long Beach. Valley View's Christiana Gross was at the game for the exciting finish.
The CSUN women's soccer team took on undefeated CSU Long Beach in a Big West Conference matchup. Cheerleaders, fans, and the Red Rally Group showed their support at Matador Soccer Field. The Matadors' backline hung tough against the 49ers, who were riding a 6-game win streak coming in. Both teams played physical throughout the night. Their team had inequality chances to score in the first half. Late in the second half, Long Beach's junior forward, Nadia Link, had a shot on goal, but keeper Cynthia Jacobo made the save to record her 3rd shutout of the season. Just minutes later, senior forward Heidi Farron scored the game-winning goal for CSUN off a throw-in in the 89th minute. The crowd cheered as the Matadors posted their 2nd straight 1-0 victory. This is what Farron had to say about her game-winning goal after the game.
I don't know how, but the ball got to me and I just hit it with my left foot and thank God it went in the corner.
After the match, CSUN head coach Keith West talked about his star forward and his team's resiliency.
She makes big-time plays in big-time games. She's a big-time player. I've always said that since she's gotten this program, and she gets it done for us. We've gone through enough adversity this year to cry and fall over and give up, and they didn't. So I said at Pacific this season's going to start going our way, and I think it is.
Defender Chloe McDaniel, who started off the game-winning play, had a message for teams around the league.
We made a statement, I think, tonight, for us and the whole conference. So just, to the teams that we're about to play in the future, heads up.
The Cal State Northridge women's soccer team came out on top after they battled CSU Long Beach here tonight.
The win now puts CSUN in first place. In Northridge, I'm Christiana Gross, reporting for Valley View News.
IndyCar fans are in mourning. Two-time Indianapolis 500 winner Dan Weldon is dead. Fans gathered outside the Indianapolis Motor Speedway to pay respects to the race car champion.
People come to this place because they love this sport and they love this race and they love this series, and Dan Weldon exemplified everything about this series and about why people continue to come to this place. This is the racing capital of the world.
Weldon's car was a part of a fiery crash at the Las Vegas Indy 300 during the 11th lap of the race. He leaves behind his wife Susie and 2 young sons. He was 33 years old. How's this for a marathon record? Completing a marathon at the age of 100. Indian-born Fauja Singh did it by finishing the Scotiabank Toronto Waterfront Marathon. It took him 8 hours, 25 minutes, and 17 seconds. The Guinness Book of World Records is expected to name him the oldest person to run a marathon. The previous record was set by a 98-year-old man in 1976. This is Singh's 8th marathon. He ran his first one at age 89 when he moved to England. Singh says he has secrets to his health and longevity. He doesn't smoke or drink alcohol, eats a vegetarian diet, and walks or runs up to 10 miles every day. And here's one for the record books. The most expensive divorce in California history goes to Frank and Jamie McCourt. They reached a divorce settlement with plenty of zeros. Ms. McCourt will get about $130 million and will be giving up her ownership share of the Boys in Blue. The McCourts have paid an estimated $20.6 million in legal bills related to the divorce. Frank McCourt and Major League Baseball Commissioner Bud Selig are also in court battling over Dodger ownership. Frank McCourt may look to retain ownership of the team by selling the Dodgers television rights in U.S. bankruptcy court. But Selig has asked the bankruptcy court to order the Dodgers sold. On the last day of the regular season, the St. Louis Cardinals didn't know if their season would extend into October. Not only have the Cardinals made it into October, they have home field advantage in the World Series. The Cardinals are making their 3rd appearance in 8 seasons in the Fall Classic. The Texas Rangers return as the American League champs for the 2nd straight season. That's all for sports. Back to you.
Coming up after the break, we'll tell you what movies hit big at the box office and movie deals start rolling in for Amanda Knox.